Today we're diving into the glorious era when fashion didn't just look cool, it beeped, changed color, or required batteries. If it didn't have a button, a screen, or at least a questionable scientific claim, Gen X wasn't interested.
We're talking Casio calculator watches, swatches stacked halfway up your arms, and hypercolor shirts that told the world exactly how nervous and sweaty you were. Nothing says confidence like a giant, heat-shaped handprint on your chest. Fashion was risky and sometimes emotionally revealing.
So today we're ranking the most iconic Gen X fashion tech trends, the gadgets you wore, the accessories that made noise, and the styles that made you feel like you were living in the future. Some were cool, some were ridiculous, and at least one probably ruined a perfectly good outfit. Let's find out.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Gen X Unfiltered, the podcast.
What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Steve, Eric, how are you?
Good, guys. How you doing?
Doing great, Kelly and Steve.
Good. We're a little rusty. We've had a 2-week hiatus due to some illness, due to some scheduling, just due to lifing.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a while since we've done one of these.
So bear with us as we get our mojo back. Is that the right word? Mojo?
I think mojo fits in this case.
Yeah. All right. And if anybody's watching this video and you see two little creatures running by, there's two new kittens as part of the studio, and they are wanting to create some havoc.
That's
so,
right.
They're fully exploring, the studio space.
Joey and Phoebe.
Yeah, so if you hear a meow, you hear a scuffle, or you just see some furry tails run by, that's who they are. There's a showdown going on right now, but that's okay.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, like we said, we are ranking the most iconic Gen X fashion tech trends. Full disclosure, I have not read this list other than a super skim.
Good to know.
Same with you. It's fine.
No, I read it, yeah.
I mean, it's okay. Steve's so judgy.
No, it's fine. No, it's totally cool. I read it, yeah.
So, number one, we have the Casio calculator watch, nerd chic before it was cool, a classroom flex disguised as practicality, tech you would wear that actually did something useful, and did anyone really use it, or was it just for the look? I'm going to start and say that back in the day, these watches were associated with like the nerdy smart kids.
Yeah, 100%. This was not a cool thing at
No.
all.
I wanted one so bad.
Well, I mean, it fits. But that was, to me, it was like the nerdy smart people.
No, that's what I'm saying when they're talking about being nerd chic and stuff like that. It's like, no. I remember as a kid, it was like dorky. I still thought they were kind of neat, but yeah, I remember them not being like, the cool kid in school was not rocking a Casio's calculator on his watch.
That's a good point. Yeah, like, oh man, I can do that. Look at my math quiz with my watch. And it's not so cool.
I also feel like though, like it was portrayed in like movies as the nerd kid.
Well, I'm pretty sure I haven't watched, but I'm sure if you go back and watch Revenge of the Nerds, I'm sure one of those guys is rocking. At least one of them is probably rocking that on their wrist.
I'm sure in one of those movies they probably took that watch and supercharged it to do something else.
Yeah,
like it was a remote for some sort of like bomb or something crazy.
Okay, so I guess that answers the question that none of us owned one of those.
No, definitely. I definitely remember them, but I did never own one.
Did you know anybody that owned one?
I'm not off the top of my head. I couldn't tell you, but I remember people wearing them. Yeah.
I forget with guys. It's very specific. I just meant in general.
Of course I remember them. Yeah.
None of my friends had them, but I remember kids in school having them.
Absolutely.
That was my error. I should have rephrased the question to not be so specific.
Please rephrase, not clear.
I meant generally, was there people in your world that had them, whether you were friends or not?
Oh, yeah. No, I remember kids have. Not many, but I do remember kids wearing them and stuff like that, yeah.
I never had a desire for one of those.
No, I remember thinking they were kind of neat, but I definitely never had one. I try to remember if they were like crazy expensive back in the day. That I don't remember.
Probably. Like, I mean, they could have been $50, but back then was like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
There was one watch I wanted a lot more than the calculator watch, actually. It was a transformer watch.
I'm just going to say, like, I give you props because you totally just looked ahead to see if that was on the list before you brought it up. I could see him looking at the papers that he brought it up. Good job,
learning.
Eric.
It's taken over a year, but I'm learning.
Isn't it been like 2 years now?
Crap, 2 years. But I'm learning. The point is I'm learning slowly but surely. But anyways, like that transformer watch, oh man. If I could, I was like, was salivating over that thing, wanted it so bad.
Did they actually sell that in stores? I only ever remember seeing that in those friggin' vending machines.
Yeah, with the little bubble wraps that came in.
Yeah, that's the only time I remember seeing them was that, like when I was like I remember I was pretty little. Like,
I think I was like 5.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
But do they actually sell those anyway? I wondered. Like I only remember seeing them in those quarter dispensers?
That's a great question.
But I was wanting one,
at the grocery store every time in those bubble dispensers.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't have any in there. But
I had a Dr. Seuss watch. It was really cool. My parents didn't like me having digital watches when I was super young, so they wanted me to learn how to tell time.
Did they even have really digital watch? Like when we were really little?
I don't know, but let me finish my story, please.
Okay, no, I
had no idea. But my parents were always like, no, you have to learn how to read a watch. So it was what do they call analog?
Yep.
And Dr. Seuss was in the middle, and his arms were the cat in the hat. It was the cat in the hat.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah.
I love that watch.
My first watch was Return of the Ewoks.
Nerd.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
We had different responses to that.
You had a cat in the hat one. What are you calling a nerd?
But cat in the hat is like timeless.
I guess
so. Star Wars.
Where you're like a little poet, like, I'm the little Riddler.
Shut up.
But yeah, that was my first watch. It had the Ewoks. I remember it had a green. It was definitely analog. It had a green face with an Ewok on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I think it had the Star Wars logo or something. I don't remember now.
All right, let's. I'm just watching these cats. Did you guys see that little tussle on camera?
Yeah, I saw the fight.
All right, number 2, Swatch watches, wearable art before smart watches, bright colors, stacking multiple watches and limited editions. The first time a watch felt like a personality statement, collectible culture before sneaker drops existed. I knew of Swatch watches. They looked really cool. I never had one or desired one. I mean, now I'd want one. They're pretty cool.
I had one.
Colors.
I had a Pop Swatch in like grade.
What's a Pop Swatch?
It was like a wristwatch, but you could pop the face out of it.
Does it look like a bracelet?
No, but then you could if you could afford more than one, you could swap them around. You could change the bands
cool.
and all this stuff like that.
But they were like super neon colors and stuff, right?
It was like I remember it was like the band was like really thick and like it was fabric. This one, and it was like I want to say it was like blue and green. I think, but it was really bright.
I want one now.
My sister I think had like but they're just like a regular watch.
Were they digital? No, they were.
No, mine was analog. Pretty sure it was analog. Yeah,
I would like I said.
I think the face looked all cool, like you could see through it, but it was pretty big. Like it was a big circle, and you could like pop it out. But you could like, so you could actually take the watch off of like your shirt. You could like
hang it.
We could put like the back of it through your shirt or something if you wanted, like to stick it on your clothes or something. You could do all sorts of weird stuff with it.
I wish they'd come back because like I totally wear those now.
I have a feeling they did kind of have a resurgence like 10 years
did,
ago or something.
Were they
I think like there was like a millennial hipster kind of
were
resurgence
they like
of them.
thick? Faces?
Some
or
were,
I
think they had like different styles from what I remember. But I just remember they were like super bright. Some of them they were like splatter painted or stuff.
Yeah.
Designs.
You know what kind of like the Eddie Van Halen's guitar?
Oh, the Frankenstein.
The Frankenstein, that kind of style with like the lines and the colors and stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of reminded like a Swatch style.
With not like the calculator watches, the Swatch watches to me were like the cool kids had the Swatch watches, whereas the nerdy kids had the calculator watches.
The two totally different. Like the calculator watches were functional, obviously, whereas the Pop Swatch was like more like
it's funny when you think of these things that you haven't thought of, and then like the immediate like category gets put in. And back when I was in school, that was like the cool kids or like the cool girls would have it. Or I mean, for me, I probably assumed it was like a rich kid thing. I'm assuming they were money, but. I grew up very basic, so I didn't have.
I got it. I don't know. I got it for my birthday or something. I don't remember.
A rich kid. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You don't be saying that, yeah.
I'm kidding.
I got a question for you. The first watch I remember really like using is not on this list. It was the Timex Iron Man. Was it a cool watch or nerd watch?
I mean, I had one.
I think that was just like a basic because I had that. I think everybody had that watch.
At one point, I think so.
Eric, everybody had it.
I'm being diminished.
But could you change the bands on those?
Yeah, you can change the bands.
They had like the fabric bands.
Oh yeah, you could put the fabric bands on.
Yeah,
because I had one of the Timex ones, and it had like this like mosaic band thing. I don't know why.
You remember that? It was called the Band. Was the name of that wrist one?
Yeah.
It had like Velcro on it.
I remember that. Yeah,
you could buy like different colors and styles of it and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Timex. The big thing was when it was switched over to Indiglo.
Oh, the Indigo's badass.
Where like the whole back would light up like that light.
Yeah.
It was like the first kind of like
aquamarine kind of color versus remember they had like the little light in the corner that would like
those
was actually like a little light bulb.
Yeah, it was a tiny light bulb.
Light the side of it.
It would never light the whole screen, right? So Indigo was a big deal when it first came out.
Oh yes, I had one of those.
Yeah, but like I said, I think everybody had one of those. I think
Yeah.
it had like
The
the big
standard watch.
start.
The big start and reset button on it.
I remember you could get them in Walmart on those little cake stands, and they were in the boxes. They're like $15.
They were pretty
You could
cheap.
get those.
They weren't super expensive.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I'm sure
they
you
lasted
could.
forever though.
I'm sure you could get expensive ones, but yeah, it was.
I feel like I've seen those like
probably
for sale again.
Probably.
come back.
Yeah.
Actually, I know 100% because my dad still uses a Timex Iron Man.
Yeah.
So he's rough on his watches.
Yeah.
So every couple of years we have to buy him a new one because he's broken his watch again.
Well,
How
that's
does he break
impressive.
his
That thing's
watch?
supposed to take a licking and keep on ticking.
That's a fantastic question.
Like,
know,
it
that was
doesn't.
Because we ask him, he's like, I don't know.
Don't like athletes wear them?
Yeah, my dad's not an athlete.
I know, but I'm saying like the wear and tear an athlete does, and
That's
your
what I'm
dad's
saying.
Yeah.
The whole time it's designed to take a
take a
obviously-
lick and keep on ticking.
like your dad's a 70-something-year-old man. What's he doing?
Again, great question. I have no answers to how he breaks the
We need
watch.
to interview him and
Yeah.
be like, what? How do you defy all odds?
Time
and
that should
break
hire
this
him as like
watch?
some sort of tester.
Yeah. To be fair, like the face is usually fine. It's really more like he's destroyed like the band and
Well,
like,
the band
the little like where you put the pins in.
Yeah.
If that's usually like destroyed, so you can't add any new bands at some point.
Okay.
in
Well,
time.
that's
That's still bizarre though. Like, is he changing bands often?
No, he's just really
He's
like.
probably just not. Yeah, just ripping it off.
I think
or
he's just ripping it off
whatever,
constantly. Yeah.
This is quite the mystery.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, hypercolor t-shirts, the ultimate interactive fashion. Shirts that change color with heat, touch, or body temperature, equal parts, cool science experiments, and social breaker. The downside, though, was sweat marks, handprints, and awkward color changes. Early example of reactive fashion, the ancestor of smart fabrics. I never had one, but I knew people that did.
I had one.
Of course.
Yeah, I
you
remember I
did.
had one. Yeah.
I'm just teasing.
I didn't have one. No.
Yeah. I
The
remember-
difference is Steve grew up with an older sibling, so the older sibling would probably like Eric and I were the like
I was the oldest
Pave-
sibling at my house.
but Steve
Yeah.
wasn't. He had an old, so we
Yep.
had to like pave the way, and then our younger siblings got all the cool shit.
Oh my god!
Like,
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry for my younger brother. I paved the way. Oh,
well,
no.
same. But
Whoops.
so when those were cool, your sister was like teenager-ish, and you whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what grade that was.
I
Yeah,
imagine you
grade
weren't.
5, grade
Yeah,
6. I was probably like 10 or 11, maybe 12,
I
something
feel
like that.
like you wouldn't have been like high school or anything.
No, God, no. By that point, I think they were.
But I remember because you used to put the handprint.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
eventually they would sort of lose their.
Yeah.
So the thing would just sort of change color, like kind of look like a half-assed
Would it-
version of like what the color it was to what it changed
Would
to.
it change in the sun?
No, I think it was just you had to like
You got
put like
sweaty.
or like your handprint on it. So I don't. Yeah, I think it was. I don't think it changed color. in
What
the sun.
colors was yours?
I want to say for some reason I think it was like blue, and it would turn to like a dark blue to like a
Light blue.
no, kind of like this. I don't even know, like sort of like an orangey kind of color. I feel like
Oh,
it was
weird.
almost. I think because I'm pretty sure
Wow.
at the end it kind of turned into that orangey color just permanently. I
That,
think
that was it.
I think so. From what I remember, it was a long time ago.
I
but
mean,
yeah.
I gotta assume like washing it would kill
But
like,
that's
the
why I
effect.
Yeah.
think eventually it
Or
just
like
kinda
the
turned-
dryer and stuff.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
eventually it just sort of became the heat color.
I-
Like a weird mash of the two.
I used to want one really badly, but now thinking back, it probably was best because, like you said, you get like underboob sweat or armpit
that's
sweat.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
thing. It's,
Like-
yeah, you just kind of wherever you're hot.
Especially
yeah.
being like, an 11, 12-year-old girl and you get like underboob
It
sweat.
really does highlight
Yeah.
your pit stains, your
Well,
sweat
that's
stains.
it
Yeah.
seems like a terrible idea, but the
Yeah.
fact that it was ever a thing. I mean, it doesn't. Back then, all that shit was like, wow, it's so cool.
Yeah.
I
The
still don't
future.
understand how they did it, like how they make fabric that does that.
I don't know. It had to be
It's some
it must
sort
be
of-
the dye or something. I guess I don't.
I don't know.
Some sort of heat. It's gonna be like a temperature sensitive.
Yeah,
I'm guessing,
I don't know.
clearly, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it changes color.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
Those Hot Wheels cars did the same thing.
That's right. I remember they had. Like, I remember I had a GI Joe that would change color in the sun.
Yeah, exactly.
One of those twins or whatever it was.
Yeah, so there's some sort of chemical
Or
reaction to the
something.
heat.
Yeah, that's right. I remember the Hot Wheels ones. You could dip it in like a cup
So-
of water.
So far, out of the 3 we've said, Steve's owned 2 of them, and Eric and I have owned 0.
That's
But that's
right.
correct. I was not up on trends as a child.
Either was I like.
I
you
was
said-
a slave to trends. I was just embarrassing.
All right, number 4, we have the Sony Walkman. Music as a wearable identity. Headphones became part of your everyday look. Mixtapes, belt clips, and personal soundtracks. The beginning of living in your own audio world. I did have a Sony Walkman. I don't know if it was Sony. Probably not Sony because they were yellow, right? Those
Yeah.
are Casios. I
yeah.
had a white one. I don't know what it was.
So yellow became the thing. I think it's the yellow Sony
was.
Walkman was super
Yeah.
popular.
It was like the
I had
sporty
a
one.
knockoff. It was a Lloyd's.
Yeah, I had a
The hell's
knockoff.
Lloyd's?
I think I got it.
Exactly.
I think I got mine from Byway or something.
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
I had a knockoff one. It was yellow. It had like the the clip where you'd like pop the
Yeah,
top
the
open
pop.
and open
This
it.
was
Yeah.
like waterproof.
Yeah, this one. But he was definitely a.
Yeah.
Did
I know
yours-
for sure. I want to say it was Bargain Herald or Byway it came from.
Did you guys
Yeah.
have the strap that you could carry it like?
No, it had, I remember it had
Like
like
a
a clip. Mine
satchel?
had a clip on the back.
Yeah.
Mine had the clip.
Like you
yeah.
could clip. I don't think I ever remember using that. I don't think, but you could
No.
clip it to like your
belt or
pocket or
pocket.
something. Yeah.
Mine was white. I only ever really used mine when we went on like road trips or went to the cottage in the car. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I didn't. Remember those little headphones, the little foam
Yes.
Yeah.
And the phone would break down eventually. Get like, little bits would be in your ear.
Yeah, or then they had
Yeah.
the ones that would go over your head, like a thin little piece of metal,
Yeah.
and they would like,
Yeah, the
extend
little
down,
foam though.
and they would like go in, or they had
Oh.
like the little,
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
they're
was
like-
like the precursor to earbuds.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like the earbuds on the thing. I remember.
Yeah.
yeah, they like stick in like sideways and stuff. Yeah,
No, I just had the little foam.
yeah, I had a ton of different like cheap headphones, like nothing fancy, whatever kind of came with it. I think. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't remember ever having like these over ear kind of ones.
I did, like the
I
little
think
foam.
Really, you had stuff like this,
What do you mean? Stuff like what?
like over earphones like this? I don't
yeah,
think I
but
ever
they were
wore
like
them.
this big, right, Eric? They were like this big.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
they were
yeah.
just
You're
little
I know you're
foam.
talking
They
about
weren't- they weren't like
no,
the-
they
they were on
weren't
top
these.
of
They
you?
were
No.
on top of your
Exactly.
Yeah, but
those
they
were
were
like the old style
Yeah.
ones that like they kind of
came
first
with
came
it.
with, and then they kind of migrated to those smaller.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
had those, but I know those ones. Like they were yellow and they
Yeah,
would,
and then you can even buy the ones I remember buying like they're almost like what you have now, where like they were just like
Yeah.
little buds that would go in. I remember buying those. I had like a little case that would come in.
well,
man.
like
They were
I
cheap though, and like I want to say they're like costs or something like that.
like
but-
I said, I never used my Walkman much other than when we were in the car, so I probably just never really.
I used to listen to mine in bed before I went to sleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I had well, this was later on. I had a tape player.
Yeah,
I
I
usually
did
listen
too.
to that in my room or
I had
something
a
like that.
boombox.
Yeah, I had like a double cassette with like you could do like the high speed
Yeah.
dubbing between tapes and stuff
I
like
used
that.
to get so much cool shit like that because my grandpa really liked all that like techie stuff. So back then that was like techie stuff. So he
Yeah.
would buy that stuff for me for Christmas. He got me a record player one year. He got me a stereo. He got me.
I would get my sister's hand me down. She would get a new one. I get her old one.
Uh-huh.
Poor lucky Steve.
Yeah,
Well, it's the one fault of being the youngest. At
Yeah.
least we got new things. If
Yeah.
we did.
Dun, dun, dun.
the worst was the Walkman. I remember like we used to drive to go see my grandparents. They lived pretty far away, so it was like like an 8-hour drive. And we're like be halfway through, and then you'd be listening to your Walkman the whole way, and it'd be like,
Oh, because it's battery.
and all of a sudden the batteries would be dying, so it'd start to get it would slow down, and you're like, oh no, the batteries are dying.
That was the
Yeah.
worst
You
time
take
in the
them out,
world.
try and switch them around, put one
Yeah.
the other way, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And you're like,
Because back then you had to rely on your dad to get you batteries.
yeah.
So it's always like,
Yeah, batteries so
because they were
expensive
expensive
batteries.
too. Yeah.
Now, my dad right now is like the biggest battery hoarder of life. I was at their house, I had to get batteries for something. Mom's like, oh, it's in the drawer over there. I opened it up, like literally full
He
of
learned.
batteries.
He probably learned
Yeah.
from stuff like this, having
Now-
car
It's like,
rides with
my
kids.
damn daughters.
That's
In
right.
fairness, my dad was always a battery guy. Like, even though he'd grumble about it, he usually did have them in the house
That's
ready
smart
to
because
go.
there's nothing more annoying. Even now,
Yeah.
there's nothing more annoying than like you go to, like turn on your Amazon Fire Stick. And it's like, God damn, the batteries are dead. And you're trying to.
Well, a
What
lot.
remote can I steal from to fit in these
The
ones?
thing
and,
is not a lot of things anymore take actual batteries.
No, exactly.
No,
so
it's,
it's
all,
like
it's all rechargeable
no.
now.
So when something dies, you're like, like I said,
Yeah.
I'll look at like, can my TV remote take the Amazon remote, or can I
Yep.
take one
The
from
only
this remote
thing
to that remote?
that I use is like remotes and my insulin pump. That's the only things I know that has
Yeah,
batteries.
that's a really good point because I remember like when I was a kid, like my dad having crash outs over
Oh, yeah.
batteries.
Yeah.
Because like, we get like a toy for birthday or Christmas, and of course batteries not included.
Yeah.
And my dad would be like, oh, gotta buy batteries, of course.
That's
God.
right.
They get you every time, these
Throws his
guys.
Timex against the
And
wall.
they never
I did do one. I don't know how they break.
and they never lasted long, the batteries back then. Like
No.
I feel
No.
like they didn't, but yeah, I remember it being like, oh no, and then you
Like
know,
if you ran like your little boombox just
Yeah.
on the batteries,
No.
probably a couple hours.
Oh,
Well,
we
it-
never.
but
They
it
would
took
do
those
the
big
big C
ones.
batteries
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
those definitely like a plug-in only.
yeah, but back then the Walkman, and then it was like you would always be too afraid to ask your dad to have like extras if you're going on a road trip,
Yeah.
and then you'd have to like sneak
I know.
them.
I learned a trick. It was basically like you kind of like put a static charge in the battery. It gives it a little bit of a longer life.
Yeah, we
You
were-
rub it on your shirt, give it a static charge.
We were like pioneers back then. We
I
had
know.
to. We were MacGyvers. We had to figure out our own shit because
Yeah.
nobody wanted to disturb the grumpy
Yeah.
dad.
It's true.
No, it's true. Yeah.
Like, let's keep dad high.
Especially like and especially back then, like I remember because we would drive to, we could drive to Montreal, which I guess it was like 8 hours, and like
Yeah.
there wasn't a whole lot along the way, so it's
Yeah.
not like you could just stop them. Nowadays, there's a lot more
Why
options.
were dads so grumpy in the 80s and 90s?
I don't know.
Because they had kids asking for batteries every 20 minutes. They probably asked us before
I
the
need
trip, "Do you need
batteries."
batteries?" No,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
And 4 hours in the middle of nowhere, Dad, my batteries are dead. God damn it, I asked you earlier.
But are you even a kid if you don't do that? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
No, exactly. That's what kids do.
look,
Yeah.
even now, like me and my sister, like she went somewhere today, but she needed to be picked up, and so she asked my dad, and My dad's grumbling, oh, they still have to, but then he did it. I mean, that's the thing with dads. At least my dad, he would bitch and moan about it, but he always liked doing it.
Well, that's,
Yeah.
a lot of it's just a front.
He couldn't like just say, sure, no problem. It was like bitching the whole way, but then secretly happy that somebody asked him to help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
No, I think my dad is genuinely
Angry man.
I feel like Eric's dad, like obviously we know Eric's dad, and I think Eric's dad's hilarious, but like, yeah, I could see your dad just being like, no, like actually don't ask me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like really just don't.
Yeah, there's definitely times where he's like, he just wants to be left alone. It's fine.
Yeah, just don't.
just let it, he's in his own space right now.
Yeah. Whereas my dad, I know he'll like bitch and moan about it, but he secretly likes being wanted.
He
So
just wants to be a part. He wants to be a part of the team or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, Eric's dad's like, yeah, no, like actually just don't ask me.
Yeah, I'm fine. Leave me out of it.
That's right. Yeah, I don't need to involve this whatsoever.
Yeah.
Your dad's like a grumpy old cat.
Pretty much.
Like
Pretty much. He likes to show up when it's time for food, and then he likes to sleep, and then otherwise, he'll come and look for affection on his own terms.
Otherwise, it's like a.
Otherwise, leave me alone. I'm fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god, he is like a grumpy old cat.
Yeah, that breaks watches.
Cats can do that shit.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, we have number 5, the Reebok Pump and Tech Enhanced sneakers. Shoes you could inflate for the perfect fit, performance, texture, and playground. Status simple. One of the first time footwear felt like a gadget. I can say right now, like, there's no way in hell my parents ever would have afforded those.
Yeah.
I did not have them.
I have a vivid, grade school memory of a kid at the Reebok Pump, and it was amazing.
But were they actually, like, what did they actually do?
Well, they just made their shoes feel tighter.
The-
I
the-
think.
Oh.
The idea was they advertised them, so you're supposed to make you jump higher and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was one of the advertised features, helps you jump higher
Yeah.
or whatever. So I remember it was track and field day. It was grade, I want to say 5.
Yeah.
And this kid, he's got the Reebok pumps. He's the kid that has everything, right? And so what's he do? Pumps him
Pumps
up
him, he's good.
just before he's getting ready to jump. He's like, here I go. This is
Yeah.
it. Lines up to do his high jump, runs, does his his turn to jump, and of course right into the bar, just crashes right into it, not even close. Gets up, he's holding his back because he laid on his back wrong.
So
I'm
the shoes
this couldn't have
failed
gone
him.
any worse.
Yeah,
This is
that's
amazing.
Was he wearing a hypercolor shirt, a Swatch watch, and have a Sony Discman?
No, he was wearing what's that shirt with the big V on it?
Vernay?
Yes.
Monet, yeah.
Things wearing a Varney shirt and some basketball shorts. He thought he was a baller.
Yeah, clearly, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I never had the Reebok pump.
So,
but
okay, I know that you guys probably don't know the answer, but if you do, whatever. But aside from just something cool and a way to sell expensive sneakers, was the air pumping up actually supposed to be for something to be helpful, or was it just a gimmick?
I mean, I think if anything, I don't know if it's I don't know. I think it was just supposed to make the shoes feel
Tighter?
I think.
I think so. I think it was also had cushioning and stuff. Remember Nike Airs?
Yeah.
So they already had the air in their cushion, right? I think the idea behind the pump was you fill up that little air cushion to your liking.
But could you deflate it?
Yeah.
you could deflate it.
Oh yeah, that was the
Yeah.
pump.
So
You could.
weird. It's weird. It feels like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
For the all the good it brought. Yeah. It was
yeah. I mean, it clearly didn't last long, so
No.
it was.
But Eric was probably like, ha ha ha.
oh yeah.
Oh, I can see why.
Oh yeah, because it was so cocky. He lined up to the line to do his jump. He paused, did his little pump on his shoe, and just crashed out. I'm like, this is amazing.
Did everybody
No, yeah.
laugh?
Oh yeah,
Did he? Well, here's the biggest question.
because
Did he,
everyone could just see what an ass this kid was in
Yeah.
the moment. So
Yeah.
it was just karma.
but here's
That's-
the thing.
yeah.
Was he did he play it off cool, or did he play it off embarrassing?
Oh no, he tried to play it off cool.
Okay, well,
Okay,
at least he
was
tried
smart.
to.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. He
Well,
wasn't
yeah, I forget what he said. He probably something I gotta pump him up more, whatever it
Yeah.
was, right? But he walked off. He didn't yell at the kids shut up, stop laughing at me.
Well, no, yeah.
Respect
Or no,
the
but
shoe.
he wasn't
Respect the shoe.
he took it
He
on the
didn't,
chin.
cry.
He took it on the chin and was
Yeah,
like,
there's no crying.
No,
Yeah.
at
Okay.
least
Well,
he,
because
at
we were
least he-
5, we were 10 at that point
yeah,
in time.
at least
Yeah.
he took it like a man.
just
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. it's-
Get up and just go whatever.
Look, I guarantee you though, right now, the 35 years later, 30 years later,
Probably still haunts
he
him.
probably still wakes up at 3 a.m. about that moment.
I hope he sees my face laughing.
But because we all have those stupid things from way back that you're
Yeah.
like, and you remember, and then you get like anxiety over like that probably still haunts
He's probably
him.
like, why didn't I pump 2 more times? 2 more
Exactly.
pumps, I could have.
2 more pumps, I would have cleared that bar.
Would have nailed that Fosbury flop.
That's the name of it. I couldn't remember the name of the jump. The Fosbury flop.
That's actually a jump name?
That's
Yeah.
what they call it when you jump in the high bar, right?
When you run and you
And,
turn your back to the bar and you like hop.
Isn't that how
flop
you're
over
supposed to do high jump?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
before that, they used to do like a barrel roll over it.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
something like that, right? Fosbury
Fosbury
flop.
flop. I think it was like they started doing it like the 60s or 70s
Yeah.
or something. But it wasn't the standard jump for a while.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it seemed like a weird way to do it, but I used to
Yeah.
love high jump. It's
All
fun.
right. You guys ready to go for the last two?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, number 6, we have mood rings and color changing accessories, fashion pretending to read your emotions, pseudoscience meets style, a fun precursor to today's wellness and biometric wearables. I mean, that's a stretch.
A little bit of a stretch. I mean, yeah, but
I loved the mood rings because when we were kids, like me and my friends used to think like it really like actually matched your mood. It was just your
Yeah.
body temperature.
yeah, I remember my sister had one, yeah, and it was just kind of that,
And they were
yeah.
so ugly though. They were like big opal-y looking things and you put them on.
yeah.
It didn't look cool at all.
I'm pretty sure it was
No.
just your body temperature.
Oh,
or
I'm
they would just
sure it was
change.
something. It's probably was something, yeah, similar to like the hypercolor T-shirts,
it-
whatever it was. That the different your temperature
It
would
came
definitely
with
change
the little card that would show like black was a bad mood and blue was a good mood
my
and whatever.
God.
That was kind of I remember that it was like darker was obviously bad, to
But
light was good.
Those were good because like even back then you could buy them at like I mean I don't know did we have dollar stores back then but you could buy them at like they were like
Bargain
cheap,
Heralds,
bargain
like that.
heralds
Yeah.
like they weren't expensive like you could use your allowance money and buy one. So
yeah, at first I remember my sister. I think it turned her finger like green.
oh
or
yeah
something like
because
that.
it was
Oh
like
yeah, the
tin.
cheap metals.
metal. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure I remember that. Yeah,
It was like tin. So I mean you know
I don't think they were expensive.
no they were
Like,
cheap
yeah.
like even now you can if you find them you can see them in like the dollar store.
Oh, they still
yeah.
around. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I think you could get like the necklaces too, but I remember the rings, like everybody had them.
yeah. No, I definitely remember my sister having one. Yeah,
And then it used to be like,
black
"Ooh."
again, eh? Big surprise.
I should give one to my dad. See what is. You should give one to your grumpy old cat
It would
dad.
break
It would just
instantly.
blow up.
Oh my god.
It turned into a Horcrux.
What kind of
Piece his
cat?
soul.
What kind of cat would your dad be? Like a Siamese, a
It'd be like
Sphinx?
Garfield.
Pretty much. a big lazy cat.
Eating
Does he like
lasagna.
lasagna?
He loves food.
Oh, I want lasagna, man.
He loves food. I think lasagna would be on his list of things he
Oh
loves.
my god, that's so funny. I can't not see Eric's dad as like a grumpy old cat.
Just like when you see a big like fat cat just like sitting on his back like a person.
Yeah.
That's my dad on the couch.
My favorite is all the personality traits, like the wants attention only when he does. Otherwise, it's like.
My sister dad has sing memories to him.
Sorry, Miss Steve.
Does he have a?
Bring me lasagna.
Does he curl up in a little ball?
He curls up under a blanket on the couch.
There you go.
It
see?
is very cat-like.
Yeah.
Number 7, pagers or beepers, the original notification culture, the first time teens felt important and reachable, numeric codes, payphones, and early social pressure to respond, proto-texting before cell phones took over. If you guys listen to any of our other old podcasts, I don't know which one it was, but you all know that Steve had a pager.
Yeah, but I was like 10 years, 15 years behind
doesn't
the
matter, you
times.
still
Yeah.
had
No, I'm
a
just saying, but
pager.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I never had a pager as a kid.
God no.
Like,
No,
my
no.
parents weren't paying for that shit.
The only person
No.
I knew had one was my uncle, but he was a doctor.
Well, yeah, that's
So,
the thing.
yeah.
Pagers were always
Doctors and drug dealers, right?
Yeah.
pagers were always doctors to me, not
Yeah.
drug dealers. Eric, where did you grow up?
That was back in the day. That
No,
was a
that's,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, they need to get their customers their stuff.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, it was always just doctor. I don't even think doctors have pagers anymore. They just have their cell phones.
Oh, I think the pager, I don't even know. I'm assuming you could still get pagers. I would
I
be
don't
curious. But yeah, no, pagers, yeah. But I remember my uncle had one. He had like an old school one. It had like a little, it was like, it was like this big and had like a little screen on
you-
top. And he'd be like, oh, it's the hospital calling.
Did you guys know anybody other than like Steve? But did you know anybody that had a pager?
No, just Steve. That was it.
Yeah.
Steve had it for like 5 minutes and realized it was annoying because he still needed a phone to call.
Yeah,
so.
it was like, I don't know why. For some reason, I thought it'd be easier because this is back when you still
I
had like
think
the
you got-
I had a pay-as-you-go cell
I
phone, I
think
think. So
you
it's like,
all-
if I get the pager, then it'll
Well,
save me minutes. And then it's
I
just like,
think
oh, this
you
is a complete waste.
also got it like really discounted.
No,
for
I
various
got
reasons,
it. Yeah, because
so-
of my job, I could get discounts on all this
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, well, this would be great because then I don't have to use my cell phone so much. So this will help me. And then it was like,
But then people just called your cell phone anyway.
other than that, I don't like who that. And I was like, well, this is a different number than my cell phone. So it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, what
It's like-
seemed like a good idea at the time was like, as soon as I got, I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
So if you want to contact me, call my pager and I'll call you back on my cell phone.
Well, you could have just called my
or-
cell phone at first, but that's okay.
Yeah. So at the time,
Yeah.
for some reason, it seemed like it made sense, and it was like, this is.
It's probably
Yeah.
sort of back in the day when like you only had so many cell phone minutes.
Well, no,
talk time.
that was
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It was like you couldn't really use your cell phone like you do now to like do anything with. It was like everything cost money. So it was like,
yeah.
for some reason, like, I thought that the pager would somehow make it easier to. for
Kids
that,
out there,
yeah.
Okay.
kids that don't understand. The cell phones just be locked down devices.
It's question period with Kelly.
Oh, hey, what's up?
You have to pick one of these on the list to bring back today. What would it be? That you would actually want to own, like bring back to own.
I'd bring back the Swatch watch.
Yeah, me
I think those
too.
are fun. I'm as much as I like my Apple Watch.
Yeah,
they're
but that's
just
practicality.
But they're just boring and
Swatch
stuff like
watch
that.
is like aesthetic and like a vibe, right?
Yeah,
like,
I just think it's nice. Everything's so like dark and
and
metallic and chrome and everything now to get some color, some
I
pops,
love-
some
Yeah.
little
I love-
panache.
I love colors and neon, so I'm all about the swatches.
Yeah,
You can't tell by what I wear. I wear black every
They're-
day.
that's what I'm
But
wearing. Yeah.
I'm just saying, accessory wise,
I'll bring back the Reebok pump and try that. invite that kid from school to watch me jump over the high bar.
Eric, you can't bring that back because you would never buy that.
Yeah, that's true.
You has to be one that you would actually
I have no
own.
idea what the inflation is. They're like 120 bucks back in 1990.
They'd be stupid
Yeah.
expensive. So something that,
$8,000.
but something on the list that you want and would actually own.
I would say the Swatch watch. I think it's the same as you guys.
Really?
I loved my Sony Walkman. I'm not gonna lie, but it'd be
pointless now.
It'd be pointless now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess out of this list though, the one things that would be kind of like work in 2026 would be like the watches. Like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
kind of like don't ever. They have different.
Well, because there's also
phases.
like a fashion element to them.
Yeah.
As well,
Well,
right?
that's exactly like
Yeah.
because like the Casio calculator watch. Like,
yeah.
That might be
it's-
cool now.
yeah, I mean, if you didn't have a phone or something, the phone on your calculator.
Wait, how the hell
calculator
did
on your
they-
phone's way better.
How
than,
did they have to use like a pencil to push
Well,
the
that's what I'm saying.
numbers?
It's so small that like
You
know
use
like
a little like pencil or pen or something to like push it.
yeah, like it's
Oh
so
my
small
gosh.
that like
Your
it'd
little
be-
the corner of your protractor.
yeah.
Something. Yeah. My fancy
No,
name
it's,
protractor.
yeah.
That's what the.
But that's what I'm
nerds
saying.
had,
But now
right?
with phones and stuff like that, you know, you got like a scientific calculator built into that thing.
Yeah.
that-
And again, like as fun as it would be, the hypercolor shirts, like I don't need people to know where I'm sweating.
No,
yeah.
that would just be like, what's wrong with your
Yeah.
shirt, man?
It's really hot out here.
So
It's actually not hot at all. Oh, I think I'm having a hot flash.
and the mood rings still exist.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, that's
So
some of these. I'd be
I-
curious if Swatch is still a thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Probably is. So I think Swatch because I feel like that, like, yeah, it's like a aesthetic little vibe. You can be fun. You can, for me, like swatches are very much like a summer, like wearing it in the summer when it's like, oh, I want a Swatch watch now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
but
that was the thing, like back in especially in like the 80s, like colors, like neon and
yeah.
all this bright stuff. Like that was
The
everything.
90s,
yeah.
And even into the 90s, like, you know, that was all a thing.
90s.
and then grunge came and everything was just kind of like plaids
Flannel and dark,
darks.
and it's just kind of
Yeah,
always been,
earth
yeah.
tones.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a lot of neon clothes in my closet. I just wear them for the summer mostly.
Well, in the middle of winter, sometimes, yeah, if you're getting all like,
But sometimes putting on a pop of, I have this one hoodie and it's neon pink and it literally is like a highlighter. Remember that one? It like highlights.
Oh my
everywhere?
god, yeah.
It's so bright.
hurts to look at you.
There is something about putting that on in the dead of winter that kind of gives you that little ooh.
Yeah, no,
Summer's coming.
like I said, I mean, we said, like, I'm here dressed in like dark
Yeah.
colors and stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes a little pop of color's nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys, comment below and let us know if you owned any of these on the list and which one was your favorite. And one more thing, comment and let us know which one of these you would bring back now and wear or own.
Swatch watches, that's where it's at.
Yeah, I think it's watch. But that's it for today's podcast. We thank you so very much for joining us, and we will see you in the next one.
Take care, everybody.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
guys.